What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Avenger Daily. Today's episode, we're going to be going over a question that I'm actually intrigued about myself. I saw some people talking about this, and the question is, will the Spider-Man DLC be available for everyone? And what they mean by this is not okay. Well, what some people mean by this, the ones I was actually reading, they're not talking about Spider-Man like himself, but the actual DLC in terms of being able to play against certain villains that will happen, that will hopefully come with the Spider-Man, and I guess maybe the event itself. So will the Spider-Man event will that will that fully be locked off from players? Now, when Black Panther came out, for example, you can play some of the missions not as Black Panther. You can still play through it, I believe. For the Black Panther one, I actually tried my best not to pick nobody else. But for some of the other DLCs, like the Kate Bishop and the Hawkeye, there were missions in that you didn't have to pick Hawkeye. You could pick any hero. So the question I saw was they were saying, okay, so we may, I might be Xbox or I might be PC, so I might not get Spider-Man, but will I still have access to that DLC in terms of being able to play maybe against Venom, maybe against Green Goblin, whoever the villain is? I'm recording this before we saw the trailer, so maybe in the trailer they'll show us who the main villain will be. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not for sure. I'm not for sure if they're going to do that. I think they should at least allow everybody to play against the Spider-Man villain. If it's Venom or Goblin or whoever, I think that would be cool. But you just won't be able to actually play as Spider-Man. I think that will lessen the blow just a little bit, just for the fact that Xbox and PC, they won't have anything new November 30th. So I think that would be a good idea. If even though they're not able to play as Spider-Man, they can still have access to the DLC or some of the event. So they can still play as Iron Man against Venom, in the squad, but they can't actually play as Spider-Man, because I'm pretty sure Spider-Man, and like as we saw in the thumbnail, that they really, that they showed Spider-Man fully. We saw all the Avengers there. So all the Avengers are still there. So they're pretty much saying, yeah, let me still play as some of the other Avengers against this villain. I might not be able to play as Spider-Man, but I can still play as Thor. I can still play as Iron Man. I think this would be cool. And I think again it will lessen the blow a little bit, so that, they're just not out of nothing until next year. But I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Would you guys be happy about that? If you're a PC or Xbox, would you still be happy to at least be able to play the event still against a villain, but not necessarily play as Spider-Man? Or are you actually mad and you wouldn't want to do anything regarding this event? I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts. I think this is a good question, and I'm hoping that everybody can at least play the event. They might not be able to play as Spider-Man, but at least have something for everybody, to get to play. Because I'm not exactly sure when we'll be getting a new update. We're probably not going to get anything in December, because they're probably going to be taking some time off, and they're probably going to be working on something starting January. So it may be February or March before we finally get something new. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.